popped up. Lots of magic damage now coming out of KT, but that can be made up for by, you know, a percentage of the Cogmore damage. Does a lot of magic damage himself, actually.
To be clear to the viewers, this is a draft from KT that is saying, we just want to play what we want to play. They're not in any way respecting counter picks, taking Rumble into Gnar when Gnar wins the laning matchup pretty hard after a couple of items can be a split push threat. Blind picking the Talia when there are obvious counters, including Syndra, which fits the wheelhouse of a lot, so maybe a bit more insight into why they went the Rumble route.
Or maybe it's just that Smeb really didn't want to play it as Beyond. He's going to flash into the cocoon, but Pawn not going to get hit by that one. Teleport has been brought out as KT move everyone to the mid lane. And now Beyond is more than dead. So much damage. First blood goes to Smeb. It's a party. KT just wanted to have everyone involved.
And that's probably the first time a Vision is going to be a pretty low value Corki if he's forced to stay in the mid lane. So maybe trying to crash a side lane turret and rotate the Corki to a side lane might be the way for MVP.
Well, Mata is in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have the wild growth just yet as the heal is coming through. They're trying to get the kill, and Max is going to pick it up and battle dance out, and that's just a 2 versus 2 kill.
At level
MVP
5.
on the bottom lane, yeah.
At level 5, able to just walk up. Nothing Cogmore, death full health for ADD. Skarner's still around top side, and okay, he's going in. There's the flash.
Yeah, the pineapples are down now as there's the flash impale. Not a lot you can do to try and get out of the way of that one, ADD, and Score is going to pick up the kill. That's the power of Skarner. You feel pretty bad when you're trapped in that ultimate.
And AD was looking for a minion wave to jump to, but the timing of the gank as Smeb was overheating and as there was no minion wave for the Gnar jump. The Righteous Glory build path is super good now. It does build out the Glacial Shroud, so an easy item to build that we know he'll go there eventually. Finally, the bottom turret goes down, but here's the answering attempt.
Yeah, I have a feeling ADD is going to be in a lot of trouble as Mato's just tanking up the turret. The Impale comes in and just dragged up the pineapples and taken down. Feels like a little Nicky reference, Papa Smithy, as that looked brutal.
Certainly was, but there's extra objectives on bot side, so okay, a kill is claimed. But Ocean Drake as the first one, not ideal, but going to be absolutely free on the side of MVP, who do end up with first brick and also the first, because of the blast cone getting him out of AoE, the suppression doesn't go off, and Skarner not able to claim his victory.
Was able to claim the Crystal Spire though, and should be able to get themselves the Rift Herald as well, as Mata's just wizard wanding. Harold is there's the flash impale. Another equalizer comes in. They've got walls everywhere as Max is just going to evaporate now. Mata looking for the flash, gets in there, finds a slow, Beyond slowed as well. We said hard CC was a problem, but the soft CC certainly there for KT as they're taking a lot of damage. Smeb has the heal from Depth though, who's still chasing after Ian, and they're so low on the side of MVP, but it's ADD taking down the turret and the rest of MVP.
Fight was going. Mini Gnar teleporting in would just have been an extra kill over to the side of KT Rolls.
Well, speaking of an extra kill, could potentially find one here as ADD's stunned up. Pawn gets the flick back as well. Just scooped in. That's going to be the flash, but I have a feeling he's not going to escape as Mata is on his way down, and Mega Gnar not going to save him from that. So Score grabs his 3rd kill of the game and sticks on to 100% kill participation.
Yeah, mistake from the side of ADD. The rest of his team was around the top side trying to take the Rift Herald. So him being overextended. What's Dominion Atlas? I've never heard of that.
It's fast and it's fun, Papa Smithy.
I think it's a past tense thing.
Well, so are the KT members waiting in this brush because that's an exploded Mata. Impale does come in. Beyond is able to get up there though as Pawn wants to find the flick. Lots of damages. There's the flash out of the way of the Gnar, and Beyond is just going to burn down on the equalizer. I thought he might actually escape, but it doesn't happen. Now Ian has to flash, but the harpoons landing from Smeb. Thankfully the Valkyrie's there to get him out to safety, and that's going to be a 1-for-1. As KT are able to answer back.
A flash Valkyrie, no less though, Atlas. It looked like it was a flash from Smeb, but on inspection, just trying to get the maximum amount of distance away was Ian. So that means flash down on 4 members of MVP. No one will be able to walk up to this Cloud Drake. Easy claim for KT Rolston.
Yep.
Waiting for a face check, not getting one yet, but a lot of damage from Deft.
Yeah, I think that's why the rapid fire cannon came in. Maha took so much damage. There's going to be the slow. He's not even going to use the Impale, doesn't need it, and that's just too easy. As soon as Featherstorm's done, the fact that that flash wasn't there means easy pickings, and now 5 versus 4. Free Baron should be the case for KT.
Yeah, they turn around Baron, they also can always peel and have the equalizer a big threat depending on the area of attack that MVP used to approach the objective. KT haven't started it yet. They were looking for a face check for one of those equalizer plays like I mentioned. But for now, they started off. Score is very tanky, so they can peel off quite easily.
And look at Smeb's positioning as well. Wants to get himself in for a flanking play. Doesn't want Max to be able to do anything, as there's the equalizer. They're not going to take the Baron. They're actually looking for the turn, as Ian throws down his own miniature equalizer in the package. And KT are going to back away. So successful disengage by MVP, but maybe a little bit for those players. If he likes a build, he likes a build. As Mata and Deft waiting to try and get a flank in here. Only 3 versus 2 as Beyond takes a lot of damage, but in comes Smeb. Wants to find the equalizer, really good position. As Maha has to just walk all the way down, it takes half his health bar, and in comes Pawn. There's the flick, and it's going to be avoided by Maha, but the ultimate not doing a whole lot of damage as KT have them about where they want him. Beyond's going to be the first one to go down, as Deft is at full health. Not a lot of mana, but he just needs the auto attacks to make things happen. There's the scoop onto ADD. He's going to have his own scoop back, but it's the double kill for Deft, as they now have 2 on the board and haven't lost anyone.
Such a pleasure to have the 2 best Rumble players in the world playing this week. So Marin yesterday lighting up the Rift, and Smeb, so smart. He knew exactly where they had to go. And understanding how a fight will play out seconds beforehand is what you need for equalizer positioning. Had the equalizer overheating to control space on the outside as well. This time the smite is down, and this time it'll be Baron for KT Rolster.
Yeah, it was just a fantastic flanking play there as well, because with Pawn making his way in at exactly the right time with the weave as well, nowhere for MVP to go. They have all of the vision, inside track, so these inner turrets should fall relatively easily. Good knock up there, as Deft should be in trouble, almost able to respond as ADD's in trouble. In goes Ian, it's a double kill now for Maha, as MVP are fighting back nicely, and that will stall this Baron play out. Nice.
Yeah, mistake from Score. He didn't notice the QSS was completed onto Maha.
Looks like Deft thinks that he's a diver. Here's the teleport. Big flank coming in from ADD.
He's got a
exactly
good
right.
Narbar, though.
Yeah, great position. Smeb's going to move himself over. He is in vision, though, as ADD moves himself towards the backline. Gets the jump in as Deft's in trouble. Ian picks up that kill. It's another good equalizer, as Ian's just going to melt to death. Smeb grabs it. Look at the AoE. My God, KT are ripping them up. It looks like he can kill the Cogmore, but who cares? Smeb's just got the damage himself. Pawn there at the same time. There's the flick onto the Gnar. And KT, they leave one alive, but Beyond has to...
For MVP, they get access to the backline, they delete the Cogmore. It doesn't matter.
Well, Weaver's Wall is going to get KT towards this bottom side. Equalizer, unfortunately, not going to do anything, but that's going to be the flick back onto ADD. Gets himself into the Mega Gnar, but now KT, the cavalry has arrived, and they'll have to trade top laner for top laner, at least, assuming Score can deal with this. There's the fadeaway jump shot as far as the Living Artillery is concerned to finish off that kill.
Yeah, trying to leave the kill.
Walking the dog.
Now the Rift Herald, so the Rift Scuttler vision is gone. Now they know that Beyond has had to go to base, so even with the information, she'll be able to DPS down Baron, free Baron to KT.
Yeah. Oh, that was an optimistic rocket by Ian.
I wondered there for a moment.
Yeah, pretty close. I mean, when you can steal it with a Rakan Q, I feel like a rocket does more damage. Smarter just accidentally took a hell of a lot of package damage. Now ADD jumps himself over to the side. Wild Growth has to be used on Smeb, who flashes himself out of the way. Max has to escape from the fighters. There's the equalizer, beautifully placed on top of everyone, and the Impale will get the pick off on the tanky Gnar. ADD falls down, and now KT will follow MVP back to their base.
And when you're ahead like this, you can just suppress the frontliner and just kill the Gnar first. It means Ian and Maha will have less space. Smeb's just going to take free damage.
Yeah, he has to use the Zhonyas to keep himself alive. Good shields are there as well, but Maha unable to 7 minutes that we've been watching.
And that's kind of the weird thing, is there's this sense of dread, this sense of inevitability of a KT victory, although...
Well, Deft is actually going to get caught out. Beyond grabs that kill, and this could be the moment. Score going to flash his way out, just going to blast cone himself up into the sky, and now Pawn. Lots of damage, not a lot of health on the side of MVP's members, as KT still have 2 full health carries. Score looking to try and get himself in there as Smeb. Another beautiful equalizer as the Weaver's Wall comes in. Maha will get flashed on by Smeb, finds his way through, but my God, look at that damage. This is what we said as Pawn can't get autoed one more time by this Corki, who Valkyrie's forward, gets said auto, and now Score's going to fall down as well. Make that a triple for Ian, and MVP finally find that fight.
And also they find the fight before their Nexus turrets are taken down. They had just enough, and his previous nickname was the Immortal Score, and despite having all this stacked armor, health, magic resist. He's dying pretty damn fast.
Well, it's what happens to Ascana. I just feel like the scaling towards being an attempted super tank in the late game does become difficult. Well, maybe that was just my experience, but Score does have a massive health bar. Now a potential Elder Dragon with 3 Drakes themselves, but MVP setting themselves up. They've even got a Zrot portal as well. Okay, MVP taking the aggro now.
Max in the back line. He has flash up. Remember, Def does not.
The old flanking Rakan trying to make his way through. There's the quickness.
They got it.
There's the entrance. Massive flick back from Pawn on the back end, but the equalizer's down. KT still looking for it as Def. He's once again fallen down, but MVP now very, very low, and they're getting themselves into the pit. It is going to be on grabbing the Elder Drake, but can MVP actually make it out alive as they have the man advantage? Pawn, massive work in the back line as Beyond should die to this threaded volley, but it's actually going to miss. Score trying to look for him. Redemption comes in. Mardark not going to be able to grab it, but has set up the kill with that repel as that falls down. Pawn grabs this as Smeb has followed the massive creep wave towards this base, and with this many creeps, the Nexus not going to last long, and they're going to have a heroic battle against 4 members of KT, even though they've killed the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, the Super Minion's going to do the rest of the work. This should be game victory for KT. The fight was fought on MVP's terms. They deleted the enemy Kog'Maw with the excellent initiation from Max and also the Gnar ultimate. But if we get a replay of the fight, Atlas, 2 members were actually focused on finishing down the Elder Dragon while the rest of KT could rush down, kill 3, and you wonder if the starting call was right, but the in-fight team